Hey guys, it's JW, and at the elementary school again, where I usually, as I mentioned in many videos, I usually have the most time where I can get a video going for 5 or 6 minutes at least before I have to get out of the car and do the walk with the kids. So on the way over, and I was doing I've been doing my scientific polling, I guess, if you will. Every day I make the drive over. It's only, like I say, it's only about a little over a mile drive from the middle school to the elementary school, and I do my scientific polling. And today I noticed another Trump sign, and I felt something in the air this morning. In addition to the drop in temperature, it was pretty chilly this morning, and also, about 10 minutes into my walk, it started snowing, and it didn't feel that cold. I guess it was about 35 degrees when I went out. So it was that type of snow. It was the big flakes, but very wet, so when it hit the ground, it immediately turned to, it wasn't going to amount to anything for sure. It turned to water as soon as it hit the ground. And so I'm thinking there's a lot of change going on this time of year, and I also see a change in people. I don't watch television, but I do go on YouTube if I want to see something that that would be interesting to me. I can usually get a quick video of it on YouTube, and I don't want to watch the mainstream media news or any of that, so I'll watch a citizen journalist who I trust somewhat. I mean, you can't trust anybody entirely because we really don't know these people. It's some guy on YouTube and he seems legit. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But anyway, I trust the YouTube journalists more than I do the mainstream media, and that includes Fox. They're all the same as far as I'm concerned. People say, Fox News, they're more conservative, and MSNBC is more to the left, and blah, 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 blah. I don't trust any of them, so. And I did watch a little bit of a video on Trump's Madison Square Garden get-together last night, whatever it was, speech. And he had a lot of guests. Some were pretty interesting. I always find Tucker Carlson, even though, I don't trust him either. I mean, he seems like a nice guy and everything, and he's an excellent speaker. He's very well educated, and so anyway, I enjoyed listening to him for a few minutes on the video, and then I was just perusing the videos today, and I saw one pop up that I can't remember the name of the player. Bose, is it Bose from the 49ers? Apparently, he jumped in on the booth, or whether he was being interviewed before or after the game. I don't really know, but he jumped in and he had a mega hat on, and I'm thinking, wow, just 6 months ago he probably would have been suspended for that, and nobody seemed too upset by it or anything. And so I'm thinking this, the winds of change, they come on suddenly now, and especially we live in a society where everything happens quickly. And I did mention in a previous video that I have my supermarket political survey, and that was in 2016 when I heard construction workers talking and showing pro-Trump stickers on their hard hats. And it's a very, very tiny survey, but it's something, there's a change in the air. I can feel it. And I feel the same way that I felt about the election in 2016. And so my prediction is, don't put money on it based on me, but I guess you can bet online on the presidential stuff. And I think Trump is a pretty big favorite. So you'd be getting, you'd have to, for instance, I don't know who's a gambler out there, who isn't, but I think Trump was last time I looked, it was 65% for Trump and 20-something% for Harris. So if you were to bet Trump, you would, let's say you'd have to put up 100 and to make $75 or something, $60, probably $100 to make 60 or something. So, it's risky. It's a risky bet. Where with Harris, you could probably, to make 100, you probably have to put up 70 or something. So they do favor Trump, and when you bet on sports, there's something called the VIG, and the VIG is the difference between what you're betting and what the odds are, and point spreads and all that sort of stuff. I'm not trying to give you a lesson on gambling, but but I'm feeling something in the air. And every poll I've been in, some of them have been polls that in previous elections have polled more strongly among Democrats than Republicans, meaning if they have 100 or let's say 1,000 samples, they might do 700 Democrats, 300 Republicans, or 6 and 400, something like that. So these were polls that tend to be weighted toward Democrats in terms of interviews and who they call. So all of these signs point to me, again, I think I mentioned in the previous video, I've been working on political campaigns for many, many years, since I was just a young kid. And you can kind of feel when something's moving rapidly toward a candidate. And I have that feeling. And the feeling is, I think it's going to be a landslide. I just don't see last minute people going to her. She has a terrible personality. And among men, men are turned off, and I know I can get in trouble for saying this among women, but hey, if I don't tell the truth, what good's getting on here? But men get turned off by women like her because she lectures. These women who lecture, I saw Michelle Obama on one of the videos I was watching, she was lecturing. Hillary Clinton lectures. Men don't want lectures. They don't mind listening to you be passionate about how you feel about something. That's fine. They don't like being lectured. Michelle Obama was lecturing men last night that you're not taking care of your women. You don't care about your women unless you vote for Kamala Harris. And I'm thinking, oh, what does she mean by that? And then it of course, it turned into a pro-abortion speech, which, your views on that are your views. But the whole thing it just came across as very fake to me. And so anyway, I feel something in the air, and my prediction, if I were to place a bet, and I might put a small wager, maybe I'll bet let's say it's 140 to make 100 with Trump. Maybe I'll bet 70 to make 50 or something. A small bet. It won't put me out of business if I lose, but give me something to root for, because I don't care really who wins, other than I think Trump would be better for the country right now with the economy in the tank the way it is, and people seem to be suffering. And so anyway, that's what I'm doing, and you do what you do. And it's always good jumping on, talking to you folks, and I'll talk to you soon.